Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Phantom here, and yeah, I got a double feature for you tonight. We got Infini and Resident Evil Retribution. All right, let's start with Infini first. Came out last year, and the basic plot is we live in a time where you go through the slipstream. You can teleport, around or whatever. And anyways, there's an outpost called Infini that is way out in the fucking, like, the outer reaches of space. Like, the furthest you've ever went in outer space, that outpost right there. And it's an abandoned outpost. There's no one out there. But I guess they got like a weird signal, or someone went out there, or whatever the case may be, and they never came back. So they decided to send the military. Well, they send these military dudes, all but like one, goes like everybody else is considered dead, and there's only one left. So they send the rescue mission for that one guy, and they go up there and they realize some shit hit the fan. This movie reminded me a lot of Event Horizon. And it had elements of other things as well, but Event Horizon was definitely the main one. Kind of a mix between that and I guess a little bit 28 Days Later, because when they go up there, when you're on this other planet or whatever, you realize that there is this like alien parasite thing. It's like this I don't know if I call it parasite or not, but basically you get it in you and you just fucking go mental like nuts, like fucking, and you just break down to like you just want to kill, and yeah, and so I mean it spreads quickly. I mean, as soon as you get hit with it, you're infected, and you're just and on top of that, just the fucked up shit you go through, because it's not just so much, because even though it has it's more of like a virus thing, it has a lot of psychological effects. The one thing though is I will say that this movie, even though it, kind of built up as like an Event Horizon 28 Days Later thing, it's definitely more psychological. Like you're kind of going through it with them. It's almost like you experience what it's like to remember on Event Horizon how there was like they got a little bit of footage of like the crazy orgy / torture sessions or whatever. You don't see much. You see glimpses of it. It's like going through that, I guess minus the orgy, but you get to kind of see what it's like for these fuckers to go crazy. I really liked it. I was actually surprised, because whenever it's definitely more on the sci-fi side of things. I mean, I guess it has some horror elements, but it's definitely more sci-fi. And I honestly, I just figured it'd be shit. I don't know. I'm just not a big sci-fi guy. And I was watching it, I was like, well, I'll stick with it. And you know what? It really surprised me. It's on Netflix. If you get a chance, check it out. Infini. I will say there's a guy on there. The character's name's Chester. I really liked him. Like I liked. There's a scene where these two characters, I won't get into too much of it. They're both infected, and it's weird because it's almost like watching like a crazy fucking drug trip, but they're both on like different frequencies. And it's like, oh, just that sequence alone was just like, oh, it's fucking brilliant. But no, I dug it. Like I said, the ending's kind of different, but I came around on it. I don't want to give away too much, I guess, because it's fairly new. I want you guys to check it out. But yeah, overall, Infini, thumbs up. Like I said, it's different. That's my main thing. And like I said, I know I completely compared it to two crazy, gory, fucking mad movies, but literally it's definitely more. Like I said, it's definitely more psychological. So that's that right there. And then up next we got Resident Evil Retribution, which came out in 2012, part 5 in the Resident Evil franchise. And the basic plot of this one is right after the because at the end of Aftermath, they're all on the ships. They're safe, and then of course you see Umbrella sending the troops and blast them away. So basically, you got Al. She's trapped in this underground. It's like a simulator. It's like it's like what it is. It's massive. In fact, there's like 6 different cities down there. They're all simulations to see like what it would be like if you released the T-virus in the general public. That's what it's used for. But she's down there, and there's a team coming to rescue her, and they're just trying to get out. That's the plot of the movie. And I'm still doing it wrong. I'm gonna really kind of bash some of the elements of this movie. But keep in mind, I give this a big thumbs up. I was thoroughly entertained. It was really fun. In fact, I'd say out of the 5, I'd rank it 3. With that said, this movie literally is a video game. Like, flat out. It's Alice going through just scene to scene. She's just going to different city stages, if you will, and just killing bad guys. And that's all it is. At this point, Red Queen has taken over. She's the leader of the Umbrella Corporation. Albert Wesker no longer up there. My question is, why would there still be, like, if this is a crazy outbreak, and if you've seen like Resident Evil Extinction, where it's fucking barren out there now. It's like, the whole world's just been destroyed pretty much. There's just small groups. Why is there a corporation still running shit? You know what I mean? Like, I'm watching this movie and there's like guards, and I'm like, what do these guards do when when they're not on duty? Is it really like off time? It makes no sense why the Umbrella is still the head honcho or whatever. And I can understand. And I guess it does kind of make sense. Maybe they are clones or whatever in this one, and maybe you can program them and be like, hey, this is your full-time job. But that's the only explanation, because there's no way there are survivors that work for Umbrella who are just like, we kind of lost control of this whole fucking thing. Maybe we should just cut our losses and, quit. No, they're like, nope, we're the evil, Umbrella Corporation. We're still going for world. Why? There's no world left to control. What? I don't get the secret, shadowy fucking group Umbrella at this point, but whatever. It don't matter. It don't even make sense, because this is all just a ploy for some badass, fights. That's another thing. Like, Alice in Part 4 loses her special abilities, because if you remember way back in 1 or 2 or whatever, she gets the T-virus, but it molded to her. It didn't really affect her or anything. I mean, it didn't change her. She was still Alice, but now she's just more badass and everything else. And at the end of 4, or toward the end of 4, she gets that shit taken out of her. And you would never know the difference, because in this whole movie, dude, she's just as badass as she always was. Still defying gravity and doing crazy. There's just a scene where it's like, literally, it's just a hallway full of zombies, and she's doing like Leslie Nielsen fucking taking shit on them. Like, literally, Jason Statham and like, what's the Transporter. Like, literally, he's even shaking his head in disbelief at some of the shit that's going on. And don't get me wrong, it looks badass, but at the same time, you're just like, don't you have, like, no powers? Because maybe she had these abilities before the T-virus took hold, but I'm just saying, she seemed more normal in Part 1, not quite badass, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's a badass all the way. Maybe she can, have a chain and a lock and just destroy 30 zombies, no problem, flip it over and break neck shit. It's fucking house. But I do like this. You get a return of a lot of the old cast, which I thought was really nice. Even though they're not really themselves, they're kind of clones of themselves. But Michelle Rodriguez is back, and I don't know the other actor's name, but the black guy, the captain of the first group that went down in the, in the first one, the Stars unit. And then, of course, the guy is kind of like Alice's boyfriend in like 2 and 3. That guy. I'm blanking on his name right now too. Now, once again, you gotta realize, I don't play the games. Like, I literally stopped after Part 3. And it just got ridiculous for me. It's like these movies. Like, literally, it went from being like survival horror to just straight up shoot 'em up. And I don't know, it's not as fun to me. But anyway, so, I remember when I watched Part 4, I was just kind of like, all these new characters are introduced, and they're like, no, they're from this game and this game. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. This is a movie. They should give a little more backstory to everybody instead of just assuming But there's a lot more of that in this one. And I do remember Leon. Leon's in this one as well. Now, Claire just disappears. Who's the actress that played her? She played in Final Destination. I'm blanking on her name right now. Doesn't matter. Allie something. Allie Lauder. Her character just vanishes completely. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't read up on the backstory on this. I don't know if she just didn't return or what. I mean, obviously didn't return, but Jill Valentine's back in the mix, and Ada Wong, and I know I recognize. There's one guy in there particularly. He has a cigar. I don't remember the character's name, but I want to say I played him in one of the games before. So, like I said, they got a bunch of familiar faces, and all your favorite villains are back. All the zombies and the fucking pinnacle mouth motherfuckers and the lickers and the giant guys that look like they're ripped off of Resident Evil, or Silent Hill, which I'm not sure which one came first between, the Silent Hill guy, the big pyramid head, or these big motherfuckers with the hammers / axes. It don't matter. Same characters pretty much. But once again, I'm kind of throwing jabs, but I like this movie. I enjoyed it. Because even at this point, if I'm watching part 5 of Resident Evil, way back in like part 2 and 3, I just threw logic out the fucking window. I was like, I'm done trying to piece this shit together, because I mean, there's no, it makes no sense. There's so many plot holes. It don't even matter. You're just like, fuck it. Let's kick some ass. Let's kick some zombie ass and have some fun. I wish I could do it more often. I'd probably enjoy Underworld more if I had this kind of mentality. But I don't like Underworld. But for some reason, when it comes to Resident Evil, I'm like, fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's just shoot some shit up. I will say the direction in this, I thought Afterlife had a very Matrixy feel to it. Like, a lot of scenes ripped off from the Matrix. I mean, there's even a scene where she's shooting bullet time backwards out a window, and I was like, Matrix much? And this one, it's like there's a few scenes, and to me it felt more like a Alien. Like, they even had the Sigourney Weaver coming up, looking, over like a ledge type thing, and you're just like, really? That's literally Ridley Scott shot. And there's just other little Alien-esque moments. I'm trying to think right now off the top of my head, but I'm kind of blanking. But there's just a lot of little Alien moments where I'm like, well, they even cocooned a little girl in this one. There's a little girl in this one. Just another character to add to, give a little more sense of urgency. And just like in Aliens, when Sigourney Weaver goes back to rescue Newt, that's what Alice does in this one. It goes back to rescue the little girl that she doesn't even know. But she has that maternal instinct, so it takes over. And she's cocooned up, just like in Alien. Like I said, there's a lot of little things like that in this. I know. I was just picking them out last night. Like, there was something else that jumped out. I don't know what the fuck it was now. But I just remember thinking, like, that was like a face hugger. Like, it wasn't a face hugger, but it had the kind of, I don't know. There's a little thing like that. Paul W.S. Anderson, I'm on to you, buddy. I see what you're doing. You're just ripping off better directors. But, once again, I like this movie. I know it sounds like a completely negative review. I enjoy it. I thought the ending was really cool. It's even the final scene, which is so ridiculous that, it's like we're humanity's last hope, and there's only like, 30 of them or whatever. I'm like, at that point, it's fuck it. Let's just have a party. Let's have a Event Horizon orgy and just end it. But they're not. They're gonna fight, and I'm looking forward to the final chapter, which I'm not. I know I'm sound sarcastic. I really want to see it, so looking forward to it. I'm continuing this legacy. Actually, I have Retribution over there. I don't know why I didn't bring the case with me over here. Pretend I held up the Retribution case. Anyways, but yeah, overall thumbs up. So Infini, thumbs up. I will say it won't be for everyone. But definitely worth checking out, I would say. It's definitely a hidden gem right there. And then Resident Evil Retribution. If you're a fan of the series, now, if you straight up hate 1 through 4, don't be the asshole who watches 5 like, it's gonna be different. I still hate it. Because it literally is. I mean, it's more of the same. It is more of the same. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. Once again, last reminder that I will not be doing the mini showdown this Monday. Enjoy your 3-day weekend, Memorial Day. We'll be picking up the Monday Showdown the following Monday. So guys, I'll see you Tuesday. That's all I got. Until next time.